Welcome, everybody.
Welcome.
Is that all right? So, before I bring up the wonderful Dr. Arno Burnier, I just want to, well, it's number one, thank everybody for coming. This is awesome. I mean, this is our, I'm going to talk a little about who we are in a second, but the fact that you guys came out on an amazing Wednesday evening here in Vancouver is just awesome. So I really appreciate you guys all being here. So my name is Dr. Alain Desaulniers. We are, I guess a lot of the people that are here tonight, you guys were invited or you got tickets from your chiropractor or a friend of your chiropractor or something like that. And so the group that put this on tonight is a group called EPOC. We have our logos up here. And it stands for there's two meanings to the name EPOC, Epicenter of Chiropractic and Educating the People of Our Community. And as we look around, and we see a lot of strife in the world. There's a lot of war. There is a lot of negativity. And in that, I think we want to start to be a positive presence for that. And we see there's other than the great things that are happening with civil unrest with the Occupy Wall Street, the Occupy Vancouver, and all these now we're occupying the convention center. And what's happening is that a lot of people present, all of you present excluded, people would rather sit at home and watch CNN and watch people riot and watch people fight against the police, whether it's in the streets of Vancouver or there's the high streets of London, as opposed to fighting for the sanctity of our health, of that of our families, and for what's right, for love. And we'd rather sit at home and watch CNN and watch the values of our stocks tumble while the moral fabric and our personal and family values are tumbling. And so we gather people tonight to be a positive change for that. What happens is, I guess one of the things that our group does is we meet once a month, a bunch of chiropractors and our teams and spouses and friends. We get together once a month because we want to remind ourselves of what we're doing. And that's but to help humanity, to help this planet. And what happens is a lot of times we will forget, we will become distracted, we will get in fear because of everything that we see around us. And so we get together once a month, the third Wednesday of every month, which this is the third Wednesday of the month. And we get together so that we can, like the sign says up here, coming together is a beginning, keeping together is progress, and working together is success. And we know that the sum of all of us together is much greater than us individually. And so what happens is normally we'll go out into our lives and we think that we're this island of around when there's all these other people around. And we all seem to want the same things. It doesn't matter whether we're here in Vancouver, whether we're in Ghana, whether we're in Australia, whether we're in England. We all seem to want the same things. We all want to be loved. We all want to love. We all want to feel secure. We all want to feel good. We all want to be healthy. Yet we look around and not a lot of people have that. And so once we start, number one, with ourselves, once we can really connect with ourselves, once we connect with the power that's within, which is what Dr. Burnier is going to be talking about tonight, once we can connect to that, then some amazing things happen. And I know I even saw it in my own life over the last maybe 6 months or so. This is something, this message that we're going to be going over tonight, this is stuff that your chiropractor here, myself, we teach this every single day, yet we can also get distracted. We can also get in fear. We can also forget. And so I saw my health decline. I started gaining weight. There was a relationship that was extremely important to me that started breaking apart because of that. And it wasn't until I reconnected with the message that we're going to all hear tonight, when I reconnected with the people that I love and care for the most, the people that support me the most, that I started to change that. And I started to get healthier again. I started to become more connected. I started to become more focused. I started to become more loving. And I started to see that what we all want is within our reach. And all of a sudden, we start to work on forgiveness. We start to work on all these things that are positive for our lives. And amazing things can happen. And so we gather tonight for, number one, to celebrate that. We have this amazing power within us. We have this amazing power all around us. It emanates every single fiber of life. On this other side, nothing is bigger than life. And so we're here to celebrate that. We're also here to learn. We're here to contribute. Our thing about LIFT, the name LIFT, we're going to elevate, not only elevate the consciousness, but elevate the level of health, the level of vitality, the level of focus and contribution, and the level of love that we have in our culture. And so the group that's, our group Epoch, is committed to that. And so if you got invited here, if you bought tickets from somebody who's part of our group, know that you are absolutely in one of the best places on the planet. I think you are all so fortunate to be involved with such amazing people that are really dedicated to their families, to their communities, to the world, to really making change, to transforming this planet. So one of the things that we do as well, one of the things that you guys are involved as well, not only are we going to get help, not only are we going to hear a message, not only are we going to benefit from this too, but when we come together, some big things happen. So one of the things that we are committed to as well is through our organization that we donate proceeds from our events to an organization, a foundation called Chiropractic for the World. And we just built a school in Ghana, and we built an elementary school, and we're also going to have there's rooms dedicated over there for chiropractors and their teams to go over there and provide care as well as teach healthy living principles to the people of the communities around there, which is absolutely awesome. And so the proceeds from tonight are going to that as well. And so not only are you guys getting help, not only are you're helping us in terms of, when you get it up here and we start to spread it out there, we're making massive transformation. So feel great about that. And so I know that we're in an age of high technology, and this message that we're going to share, that Dr. Arno is going to share tonight, needs to go everywhere around the planet. And one of the ways that we have at our disposal, at our fingertips, is social media. And so if you hear something, you're like, oh my God, I got to remember that, or you want to share a quote or something that you learned tonight, on Twitter, put a hashtag LIFT2011, and we're going to compile all of those. And also, you can leave a comment, leave a thought, leave something that you learned tonight on our Facebook fan page, facebook.com/Epoch Vancouver. And so, this is our foundation. And so, I'm really thankful that you're here, and I'm also so thankful that Dr. Arno is here. This is someone that I've known for quite a while. I was thinking about it yesterday. I've actually known him for 14 years now. And it's amazing to me that over those times that, there's, those people that you haven't seen in years, and all of a sudden you see them again, and you're like, oh my God, it's like I was just with you yesterday. And he's one of those guys. Not only that, but he is an amazing leader for our profession in chiropractic, and not only for chiropractic, but for a movement for health and vitality and wellness around the world, changing the consciousness of how we think about our bodies, how we think about life in general. And he is one of the greatest communicators, one of my biggest inspirations, and for many of you who've heard him before, and the people who aren't here, you have no idea what you're missing. So this is our first event, and so next time we want this room to double, and so bring someone next time. If you've all signed the little sign-in sheets, we're just going to send you out a survey just to get your feedback on tonight, some thoughts of what you thought, as well as tell you about our next event, which will be coming up in the new year. So without further ado, one of my mentors, one of the best people alive, Dr. Arno Burnier. Thank you.